Rightio, hands. It thinks my microphone is a hand. This is where the microphone is. This is where the microphone is. That's not gonna work, is it? It's the pop filter, actually. I think it's the pop filter. Let me... Yeah, I know the audio keeps on muting. It's a really bad connection to my snowball. I want to move the pop filter because it's recognizing the mesh as flesh, which, even though they rhyme, technically are not the same thing. So, hang on whilst this probably mutes. I'll reorganize my pop filter another time. There we go. Pop filter! Yay! It's a terrible setup I've got anyway. Right. I should just use my headset microphone. I didn't stream last Sunday because I didn't feel like it, to be honest. Right. Let me see if I can monitor capture, properties, monitor 3. There we go. Now you can see what I can see. And here is our lovely Sorta online menu. And the Leap Motion is not working. Leap Motion, why you no work? Leap Motion. Hello? Cable. Come on. Is it still on? Yeah, it says it's still on. There we go. I've got myself some lovely hands. Nice. Options. Submenu counter. Cool. Help. Reset position tracking. Yes. And now position tracking has been reset. Can the webcam see me? Yeah, just about. I need to make, like, UI so I can see the Twitch chat inside VR. Items. Hello. Hello, little ball. Cool. Well, I'm glad that all still works. Shall we look up a way for me to see the Twitch chat inside VR? Shall we see how that can happen? This is a relaxed stream, in case you didn't notice. A very relaxed stream. A relaxed stream that could use some music, I think. I think it could use some smooth jazz, personally. 1-to-1. Whew. Okay, first of all I'll have some coffee. Ah, very nice. Rai found a demo I should check out. Let's have a look at this. Bullet Evasion. Yes, I've got Bullet Evasion. I've seen... that was one of the first few demos I played. It's great. I'm not going to do it on stream because it makes you look ridiculous. But no, Bullet Evasion is a great game. Let's put on some very light Monster Cat. This is what we do. Oh, I'm showing that to the world, aren't I? No thanks. I'm actually allowed to use Monster Cat, so if I get flagged, then screw you, YouTube. I have a license. I'm allowed. I just feel like some Monster Cat. Please don't judge me. Just put on an album mix. Which album should we have? Stratosphere. When I'm developing VR stuff, I feel like I need electronic music. I can't quite explain why. I just feel like I do, you know? Okay, we have a little bit of background music. I should probably put that on the header. No, I can't be asked. Okay, right. Unity Twitch chat integration. Unity 3, it's probably going to be out of date for what I am using. I'm on Unity version... You know what? I do not even know. Unity version something. And no, Monster Card do not make jazz. I'm not. I'm not playing jazz today. Twitch IRC Asset Store Unity. Twitch IRC for Unity 3D. Can I put this in my game? And then type on a virtual keyboard. How about that? Twitch IRC lets you simply connect to Twitch channels and send/receive messages. Messages? Connect to server, disconnect from server, join channel, leave channel, send message. Let's have a look at these pictures. I don't know about this. Nah, I'm just gonna stick to what I know for this video. Yes, I've seen the game keep talking and nobody explodes. I haven't played it yet. I've been wanting to play it for a while. Let's put the microphone, the webcam just there. Right, so this all works nicely. If I was gonna do more SAO stuff, what would I do? What would I do if I was gonna do more SEO stuff? I don't know. Not actually sure. Let's just make something new in this, shall we? Let's make some sort of simple game. Alright. So, let me try and remember the controls. How do I... Okay, that's moving around. Okay. I remember all this. I have a vague recollection of all this. 21 people watching, it's a nice small stream. So, I'm going to... make myself a nice new cube. Which I can bounce some balls off of. I'll do that using my menu as well. I'll create balls using the menu. Like there. X position 0, Y position 1, Z position 2. Okay, let's give it a material. Red, green. Oh, Oculus. The Oculus symbol. Sure, why not? Let's do that. Like there. And okay. Terrible little thing for me to bounce my balls off of. Let me have a look at my scripts. Right, where did I put all this? UI entire, UI reset. Where did I put my GUI scripts? My camera rig, GUI object. It was in the settings, profile. Can't remember. You know what, let me just open up MonoDevelop. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone? Here we go. Tool, walk, exit. Look for create. GUI demo script, my GUI. Ah, it's in here. It's in here. That's Lookmar. That was a different thing. Leap UI, subcounter, submenus, GUI controller. Nah, that was the main overall controller. See, I'm trying to rediscover the old things that I created. Chance 3000 is doing nice. Oh! MO1234567 I've already made that game. I made it for a school project and I made a video on it as well. If anyone can find it. Someone link in my most recent VR video. And yeah, right away, I've seen that video as well, but I can't do that because the hand tracking isn't good enough with Leap Motion. Is it profile? Item controller. Here we go. Right, items. Can I zoom in so you guys can see this? So what I do is that I create a game object, a sphere. Do I give it a tag? Because what I want to do is give it a tag. Actually, there's no point. If it's a game object, I can just say that it's a game object. Alright, so I don't need a tag. That's fine. Okay, so I can't do anything with the balls themselves. I can do it all on this side of the... Alright, cool. GUI demo scripts. Let's make ourselves a new class. So it's not Lookmar, it's GUI demo. It's this one. Create C# script. This is gonna be ball reflector. Shame about the hand tracking. Might have messed around see if I can figure out a way to make this keyboard mouse game that doesn't rely on VR. Yeah, but all the good games are VR games. I don't want to develop anything except VR games. Just love the medium. Alright. Ball reflector. This is going to be the class for my big Oculus, green Oculus Eye. So let me see if I remember how this works. Void on collision enter, where collision with collide? No. Collision dot collide with no parameters. Is that it? Is it space? I'm gonna have to look at my other stuff. Where is the profile base? On collision enter collision, okay. On collision enter collision, that's the parameter. So not collision collide, it's collision. Okay, so on collision enter, so when we have a collision with our ball, I've got to remember all the syntax. Right, let's make a new variable. So, where'd you do that? Public integer called reflect? No, called bounce. Public integer bounce starts off as being 0. Okay, on collision enter, we'll also make a public ball reset. Should this be public? I think I want this private. Public inbound, private ball reset equals true to begin with. Oh no, toggle is the terminology I like to use. Toggle. So, if toggle is equal to true, so if toggle equals true and you've collided with a ball, David Wegman tried programming in Unity. I like it. I like it. It seems just pretty simple and it works nicely. Then I want bounce to increase by 1 and game object dot collision. I need to get the component, don't I? Do you get the component? Is that what you do? Rig, GUI rig, get component. Now I want to get component of the... How do I get component of the thing I've collided with? Hello, Teppo99, how you doing? I like C# more than Java, which is a shame because at uni I'll be doing Java. So really I ought to start learning Java, but oh well. What is it? What is it? Get component. Game object dot get component. Get component. People messaging me on Skype. That was a very good point, Streetlamp, that was a very good point, but I'm not going to reply to it right now. I've forgotten collision.collider.gameObject. Is that the one? Thank you for helping me if this is true. Collision.collider.gameObject dot get component, that's very long. And I want to get... I guess I want to have the transform, or the physics really. Collider, add a component, physics will be dot rigid body. Get component rigid body. Nah. First collision is with capital. Hang on guys, I need to get this right. I'm just doing this all wrong. See, I've done all this stuff before. Get component, yeah, that's how you do the Isn't it just collision dot get? No? Collision collider dot get component rigid. This is how you do it. And I want the class or the... yeah, that. Like that. Here we go, we finally figured it out. Hello, Blackie, yes. Wanna develop. Collision.collider like a component, rigid body, and then... so what is it? Collider? Rigid body... Visual Studio? Well, I've never heard of Visual Studio. Velocity equals new vector 3, and then I'll do something there. So what I want to do is when I get the component of the rigid body, I want to have my private, is it float? New private, no, new float vel x equal to, is that how you do it? How do you make new variables within? You know, I'm just gonna do it here. I'm gonna do it up here. Private float vel x vel y. Actually, I don't even need that. I just need vel z. I'm just initializing it there. So what I want is vel z equal to minus. No, I don't want to send it back with constant speed. I want to send it back with collider dot rigid body dot x velocity dot x. No, z even. So it wants to be the inverse. Well, not the inverse, but you know, the opposite direction. Same magnitude, opposite direction. So collider dot rigid body dot velocity equals new vector 3 collider dot rigid body dot velocity x collider rigid body dot velocity y, and finally, nope, vel x. Actually, I could just do it all in there. I don't need all this nonsense. Do I? I could just flip it within the parameter. You know what, I'm just going to leave like this thing because I spent the time to write all that code. So, this is the new velocity of my bounce. There we go. Also, what I want to do is collider get component. Which one handles the colors? Is that the transform? No, mesh renderer. Is it mesh renderer? Mesh renderer. And I want to say that. So I've got my mesh renderer. I want to say that collider dot mesh. No. Material? How is it? How do I... Hang on, I can probably do this with this. Coroutine, campress, UI active. Renderer.material. It's renderer. Renderer.material. Renderer.material equals new material. Our materials vector 3. Your input parameter must be collision, not collision. What, with a lowercase? Like that? Hang on, what are you talking about? One ease, what are you trying to say? Input parameter, I'm not even sure what an input parameter is. No? You broke it! It was working! It was looking like it was working. What am I doing wrong? Don't know what's happened, but suddenly this is red and I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how I did this last time. When I used to be coding all the time. This is for the render.material.color equals new color. That's how you do it. That's what I want to do. Render all this. So I want to change the color of the ball. Void on collision, enter collision. Oh, that's why. That's what I was thinking. There we go. Thank you, Oneys. Yes, I knew that. Right, so I've reflected it. Should we test this? Alright. Save. Ball reflector. It doesn't exist apparently. I just want to add it to the... No? How do I do this? Does it... No? Can't add component ball reflector because it doesn't exist. File name of the class match. Ball reflector. Have I not saved it? What am I doing? Ball reflector. Can't add a component. What on earth? I'm using C#. Popita 45. Am I just being an idiot, or have I forgotten something important? Why... Can't add component because it doesn't exist. What kind of file? Save the changes. Do I have errors? Are there errors that I can't see? Oh, I haven't even set... I haven't done any of that stuff. Yeah, I'm on Google right now. What is Stack Overflow? A compile error. Remake the last script. Really? Just remake the... Alright, fine, I'm gonna remake it. There we go. Copy. Ball reflector. Close. Delete. Yes. Create. C# script. Ball. Ball reflector. Open. This is what people are saying on Google, so take them at their word. There we go. Ball reflector. Save. Oh, there we go. Works now, suddenly. Ball reflector. Let's watch the integer bounce. Alright. We'll see if this works. Oof. Where is... Oh, hang on. This microphone is really badly placed. Alright. Reset position tracking. Perfect, I've got this massive Oculus Eye. And I want to go to items. There we go. Let's get a couple of items. Right. Bounce back. No. Okay, didn't even slightly work. Oops. Didn't even slightly work. Yes, what was the Stack Overflow? Do not understand. Do not understand. Oh, it's a coders forum. Ah. That's what you mean. So, right, where did this all go wrong then? Let's take a look. Come on, menu. Come on. There you go. Items. Boosh. Right, it collided, it didn't do a damn thing. And if we swap back to Monza 1, we can see that bounces. Okay, so it registered the collision because of the bounce thing. Smart coders answer over silly coders' stupid errors. Okay, cool. Right, bounce worked. There was no rigid body. Oh, a script is trying to access rigid body on the cube. Okay, hang on. I think I know where I've gone wrong. Yeah, you're telling me the wrong thing. It's not collided or rigid body. Isn't a collision... See, this is what I didn't remember. No? Where have I done this before? Right, guys, I want to get the rigid body of the object that's colliding with me. You say collider. Is collider the object that's colliding with me? With the object that this class is attached to? Is he right? No? New game object. object. Yeah, where does the collider variable come from? Because someone told me to use collider. This is what I'm not sure about. This is not what I've done before. Make a new... I'm trying to access the game object, right? Shouldn't it be collision.collider everywhere? What do you mean? What is this mythical collider? Public game object ball. $28 and $30. Shouldn't it be collision? Oh, okay, I see what you mean, Blackie. Should it be? Ah, that might be it. Ignore this nonsense. That's why. That's probably why. Collision.collider. Collision.collider. Yeah. Collision.collider. Collision.collider. And why is there a screw trying to... You know what, we'll just see. Hello, hands. Hello, menu. There we go. Got a ball. No, come back here. Come back here, where are you going? Where am I? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. So close. Can nearly reach out and touch it. This is great when you rely on positional tracking to do all your work for you. You know what? Properties 3. Here we go. Am I going to get a HTC Vive? Maybe. Depends if I decide it is better than the Oculus consumer version. There we go. Please? Hey! Alright. Did that bounce? Did that work? I didn't see it, but you guys did. You guys know. Right. Yes. Cool. Okay. Next thing I want to do. I want them to bounce back. I think I might just cancel the vertical velocity. Yeah, the depth perception isn't strong because I wasn't wearing the headset, was I? You get depth perception when you're actually properly doing the game. Like them onto 1. Okay, so I've reflected that. I think I might just do that. It's probably not going to work. 2.0 F? Maybe? Half the vertical velocity. And maybe the same for that. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do... Rather than doing it in here, I am going to do it. I'm going to do it up here. So, floats. Vel X, Vel Y, and Vel Z. Vel X, Vel Y, Vel Z. Vel X. Oh, get off me. Vel X, Vel Y, and Vel Z. I'm saying that Vel Z equals that. I think I want Vel X to equal that, and Vel Y to equal that. So I'm basically halving, so it won't bounce away as much. And yes, this is C# Chartaker, even though everyone else has already told you. This is going to be a perfectly elastic collision. It is bouncing back with the same velocity. Maybe I'll even increase the speed, I don't know. Let's try this again, but better, shall we? Alright, let the game begin! Let the game reset! There we go. Let's give ourselves another object. Alright. My hands are working really weirdly. Whew. Okay, that one kind of worked. There. Ah, see, it didn't bounce back with the same velocity. I'm going to set its velocity. I'm going to set its velocity as a random variable between a certain range. Vel Z is going to equal end goal for this game is really nothing. I'm just gonna like bounce balls backwards and forwards. It's not really, it's hardly a game, it's more of just an exercise. So there's that for now. Yeah. I'll just set it as like 3 meters per second. Just hit the microphone. Okay. Oh. Too quick. 3 meters per second is clearly too quick. How dare you say I care about my hair? I'm obsessed with it. Caring is not good enough. Right, 3 is just too much speed. Half that speed, we'll go for 1.5 meters per second. 1.5 meters per second. Alright, let's do this. Ah. Ugh. Can't quite reach that low. Okay. Let me think something through better. If I bounce this way and I hit a wall, then I want it to come back the same way, don't I? To return! Ooh, chance like first time you've seen Harv's whole face without him wearing a headset. What, you mean without this? Oh, first time you've seen my ears! My god! And yes, the balls can collide with each other, but they're not going to bounce off each other. Because that's just silly. I mean, like, not with a certain given speed. So what I want is for these to be reversed. Like that. So let's take a look at this. Knock the microphone again, as always. Oh, it crashed. It lagged suddenly. Where did the ball go? Does it make me look totally insane when I play it? Is that what's happening? I'm not surprised. Frankly, I'm not surprised. This is a left hand. This is thank you. There. I'm now going to use my right hand, and I'm going to use it whilst holding the rift like this. Kind of defeating the point of virtual reality. Yeah, no depth perception. No. I look like a blind drunk birdwatcher, apparently. Fantastic. We have an hour left on the stream. I think what I'll do is just... do something more interesting, shall we? Let me show you my other game. The one that someone was talking about earlier. Or they were talking about the idea of something that I was talking about earlier. Save scene. Open project. EPQ VR puzzles. Look at that background. Right. Open scene. Scenes. EPQ game, EPQ_scene. Is this going to work? There. Ah, compiler errors. Cannot implicitly convert. Yeah, I broke my game. I broke it in this at least. I wonder if I bring that back over here. If I get rid of this and my documents, game design, EPQ. Unity project, EPQ, builds. Here we go. I never made a build. Huh. I never made a build of my... Ah, that's silly. Alright, let's take a look at trail test.exe. I never made it. Can't believe I never exported the build of my EPQ. Put that about there. So this is trail. This is me experimenting with trails, basically. Oculus made a thing with this idea. About doing all sorts of like 3D artwork. And it was pretty interesting. I don't know if I can reset the orientation tracking in this build. Nope, it has no orientation tracking reset. Fair enough. I'll just do it in midair. Here we go. And then you can just watch it as the trail does that. So basically what the HTC did, well, pretty much everyone's done this, I'm pretty sure. But I did it first. No, seriously, I think I made this before. This was back in November 2014. This was before HTC were demoing their things. I mean, seriously, it's freaking easy to make. Takes no effort whatsoever. Make a VR tabletop RPG engine so you can RP with your friends without having to buy ridiculously overpriced dice, maps and models. Yeah. Let me do my signature. Can't do my signature. Nah. Hang on. Over here, please. Thank you. Just wear out and here. Now we have to be patient. Ah, sue them, says Blackie. Yes, of course. Sue them for it. Here we go. Nearly. Can't quite do it right. That is my signature. What can I draw? I saw something with the HTC Vive where they designed roller coasters. which I thought was a pretty interesting idea. It's a very interesting idea. Right, so I've got something else I want to show. Let me think of something else. Close window. What is cube movement.exe? What is this? Ah, no, this is rubbish. Waste of time, that is. And close the Unity project as well. And apparently they're just using VR to view their stuff, SpaceX. EPQ prototype.data. Should have a look at some actual games that I've got that other people have made. Oculus, Sleep Motion. There's some pretty interesting stuff. Oh, this is cool. Let me show you this. This is from the Leap Motion the Leap Motion library. So what you can see is, this is my microphone. Hello, microphone. This is me. Hello, me. So it's augmented reality. No, Jartok, don't leave. We're getting into the augmented reality. Where's Danny? I need to show him this. And look, this is you. You're the webcam. That's the business tracker. You are the webcam. But yeah, so I can look around my room with a little bit of delay, but not too much. And then I interact with this floating ball of plasma stuff. It's pretty mesmerizing almost. You can have a look from a different perspective of Harv's room. My god. In terrible black and white quality. And yeah, the screens you can't really make out. Doesn't really show up the LEDs. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I like that one. Plasma Ball VR, that is called. And then, of course, there is VR intro.exe. No, that's boring. Get rid of that. No, hand isolate demo. This is the one. My god, it's full of stars. This is the one you want. Hey. Actual hands. So I can mess about. But I showed this. I think this was the first VR video that I showed. Alright, Jargatuka. Have a good day / night / whatever, wherever it is you are. Yeah, that was interesting. That's not exactly augmented reality though, is it? What of flocking VR? 3D Jam. VR widgets. VR intro. Flocking VR was pretty cool. I like this one. Is it gonna run? Is it going to work? No? No? Oh yes, it is. Hello? Now this is interesting. Because in this one, they are attracted to my fingers. So as I move my hand around, my right hand attracts them, like this. But if I move, then they scatter. Or is it just that... Oh, it's just movement. So if you hold your hands still, then they'll swarm around it. Which is really cool. So if they're still enough, they'll just swarm. I can repel them by moving. Yeah, I really like that one. Ooh, dropping frames! I'm dropping a lot of frames. Is that because of the VR program? Is that because of all the apps I'm running? Should we try and do bullet dodge? Right, do you want me to do bullet dodge? I suppose we can do. I was supposed to be streaming something actual today. Ideally I would have done a proper gaming stream, and I still might. Maybe I can do 2 recording sessions. One of just messing around with VR stuff, and one of actual work, actual games. The stream is dropping several frames currently. How is the quality, everyone? How is it doing? Let me know. I think I might play this. What is love? SAO cosplay. Alright, I'm gonna do bullet evasion. Which is this one. Is it a little stuttery? Ah, it's not showing it. No, it crashed. It is a little stuttery. A little Darude sandstormy. Nah. We can't do bullet dodge. I can't do it properly. I don't want to stand up and jump around my room like a madman. Nah, we're not doing that. There's Vox Machina. This was a good game. Is it gonna run? Is it gonna work? MCA Jam, I remember you posting that same comment a while ago. I remember you.
Once seated in a comfortable position.
Yeah, Vox Machina is not working. Ah. These are all good games. But showing them on stream is difficult. I was gonna make a video about that, but it was too, like... The quality wasn't very good. Windowed. Can I get it running? That's the problem with all these prototype games. Getting them running is a little difficult. Note that is monitor 2 Vox Machina, not in fact monitor 3. Okay, that's not gonna work. Should we do 45 minutes of a different game? Mirror's Edge! I can't run Mirror's Edge in Oculus, my computer just cannot handle it. Sadly not. Alright, that's it for Oculus stuff today. I may actually get back into development. I probably should. Maybe I can make some more videos about VR development. I'd like that. I don't do enough of it. Maybe I should learn Java. Be good for uni. But that is enough for VR development. I didn't really do much. Kind of got back into it, I suppose. A little bit of a taste. What I want is Control VR and either the HTC Vive or the consumer Oculus version, of course. I haven't decided which one I'm going to get. I don't know which one I'm going to get. I feel like the HTC Vive is obviously going to have better support with Steam games. But having said that, it's not Valve who make the majority of Steam games, it's developers. And I reckon there's going to be massive cross-compatibility, because most developers will develop for both. I'm expecting. Stream learning Java. Kappa. I don't know about that. Ooh, drop down a bit. Ooh, drop down a bit more. Ooh, I'm falling. This is Harv on webcam. Love my chair. It's a terrible office chair, but I love it. Alright. Should we swap the stream over? Should we play some games? Maybe some Mirror's Edge. Nah, 45 minutes, we can't do Mirror's Edge. This is going to be an interesting video, isn't it? Right. Changing the title. I'm going to play Mini Metro and I'm going to talk at you. Actually, no, before I do that, I'm going to show a video that I showed at Manchester. I went to Manchester the other day for an interview. I can make Android apps with C# in Unity. I can make Android games. I could do all the Google Cardboard stuff if I wanted to. Where's this? Where did I put this video? My documents, YouTube. Published. Nope. Where did I put my video? Recordings. A multitude of developments. Here we are. What do you mean C# is not fun? And no, my speedrun time is not 45 minutes. I can't do it in 45 minutes. I used to be able to do it in 1 hour and 6. Was that my record? Here we go. So, let me share with you a story. Let me take you on a journey. So the first ever thing I developed in virtual reality was this. I got some balls and I just started like messing around with them. I just wanted to be able to touch them, and I was trying to juggle at one point. I was attempting to juggle. Didn't go particularly well. The next thing I did, I got into 3D modeling. You can see this stand I made for this little beam. I was going to put a sword on there, but it was at this point that I realized the limitations of leap motion, in that you really can't do simple, precise handling with your little objects. But if you're just lightly tapping, and you're not actually trying to hold physical objects, you're just lightly tapping them with your hands, then you can move them with a certain degree of accuracy. And with the compatibility of gestures, of recognizing the swiping motions, I decided that I was able to do some things. I was able to shoot balls at each other and get them to knock off into the distance. And then I moved on and decided to do something that was a bit more detailed, is the word. This is all blocky and all over the place. It was time to ramp up the game, and I took a look at anime. And I made this. There's me standing up in the room next to this one. And I made my Sword Art Online graphical user interface, which was detailed and precise, and it played to the strengths of Leap Motion. Leap Motion is good for near-field, precise, open-hand gestures, right? So, like, closing hands, making fists, doesn't work particularly well. Grabbing objects doesn't work particularly well. But on little menus, it does. You can interact with little buttons, even pretty small ones, like this button here, which would allow me to count the different, you know, allow me to count what sub-menu I was on in my multitude of menus. But it was nice, and I want to do more with that in the future. I just haven't really got round to it yet. So yeah, that was Sword Art Online. Being able to generate spheres by pressing the item button. Harv, how much would you charge for a 30-second audio clip? Asks Fishy Mishy. 30 seconds. Well, I do it based on words, so it depends how many words. My going rate is £10. No, £15 per 100 words, something like that. I can't remember. Contact me via email at HOCgaming@live.co.uk and we'll talk about this. I am willing to do short 30-second jobs, but I can't give you a quote without having the actual, you know, without having the word count and everything, without seeing the script. Anyway, so that was Sword Art Online. That was pretty interesting. So I moved on. I decided that I wanted to make my own actual game, and that's when I made this. And I just spent hours and hours just letting this cube orbit my hand. It was beautiful. And with this, I made a very simple prototype game for my extended project qualification, in which you have to collect cubes from around a desk. And you can... Oh, my mic gain's a bit high, really? Sorry, I apologise. I'll talk from back here. Yeah, you create little objects, and you can use these objects and knock them into other objects, into cubes, in order to collect them and make them zoom towards your hand. You can see, if I flick, I can just precise... Oh, what a shot! Let me show you that again. Let me show you that in epic slow-mo. Hang on, so I throw it this way, I do one that way, and then look at the slow-motion replay as I flick the ball. Come on, flick, it goes up, it hits the cube in mid-air. And then the cube zooms back towards my hand, but it's currently trapped under the desk, so... There. Hand. Yes, Harv, I'm in year 13. But yeah, typically rather than using the small balls for this one, you use the big gravity things. And yeah, it was fun. This was my first like actual game with a purpose that you could win. It was a very small minigame, but whenever you start developing something, you only ever really start with minigames. Roy 1010, there is a year 13, I'm in it. My life is a lie. Yeah, we have year 12, year 13, where you go from AS level to A level. And for my A levels, I'm doing maths mechanics, further maths, and physics. All the maths. Anyway, so yeah, this is my prototype for my main game. Hello, Sime1, the miner. Then we actually get to my actual game, which had a lot of interesting little things to play around with, such as this, a little cube, a lovely little cube, and hand recognition, and all sorts of different things. Kamek423, thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for watching. Good night. Yeah, so I made a game and I tried to make it so that anyone could play it. Anyone could jump in and... Oh, Simon and Simon! Is it you? Is it you from the media group? Is it you, Simon and Simon? What was I saying? Yes, I put tips on screen and things. Let me actually show this. So this is what I wanted to do. You have this touchscreen which you put your hands out to start. Tip number 1 is that you keep your hands like this, trying to get people to actually use the leap motion how it's supposed to be used. And then tip number 2 is don't grab things, where I have a cup and an image of a hand trying to grab a cup, and then the same cup on the table next to you, so that when you try and grab it, this thing happens. It doesn't work. Ah! Hey, it is you guys. Thank you for joining the stream. But yeah, this is my most recent development, most recent actual, like, project that I worked on for VR. After this, I just concentrated on studying and things, and on watching anime, basically. So, as for the actual game itself, because this was all just the introduction, the actual game itself, I remade a Dutch, sorry, not Danish, a Dutch tabletop game called Schulbach. And as County Cupid has astutely pointed out, the leap motion is not the best at tracking hands. It's a great low-cost solution, but other than that, it doesn't really have much going for it. Like, seriously. It works on optical, so it sees the silhouette of your hand, it sees this distinctly against the background, and that tells it, okay, so we have this shape of a hand. Let me recognize this. I'm looking for my palm, so I know that this is the center of the hand. I'm looking for a thumb, and if it's on this side of the palm, then I know that this is the right hand. Or, I suppose it could be the left hand. So we can get confused between whether it's the left hand up like this, or whether it's the right hand like this. In terms of silhouettes, there's not really much difference, is there? So yeah, it can get confused. And then it's like, okay, where are the fingers? If I do this, then the silhouette decreases in size, so I'm assuming that its fingers are doing that. It's based off of a lot of assumptions, which is why it doesn't work particularly well. You use 3D image of the Kinect. Well, the Kinect has some similar flaws, but if you have 3 Kinects, it working in parallel from different angles, then you can get some interesting things happening. Anyway, yeah, this is the final mini-game in the game that I made. And this is my favourite one. You have cannons on the room opposite you, and they fire balls at you, and you just here try and knock them out the way. It works well with the leap motion because your hands are open, out flat, it can track them nice and easily, it's got all your fingers to approximate things from. And then obviously you have options for choosing how many to fire, and all sorts of things like that. I don't know, I like it. Why 3 Kinects? Because with 3 Kinects you can have them spaced 120 degrees around each other. In fact, let me play a YouTube video. I just love talking about this. His username is Okrelos? No. What is his username? This is great guy, he's done some awesome VR stuff. Okrelos. Let me link. His channel is here. No, that's not, it's not for XYZ, although that's an interesting idea. No, it's to be able to map out your body in all different perspectives. Here it is. 3D video capture.
Rebuilt one of my 3 video capture spaces.
So this is from a guy called Okrelos, or whatever it's called, whatever his username is. And he has this little virtual room, and he's got, in his actual big office space, he's got 3 Kinects mounted, spaced, and they can do this. This is the cool thing. Obviously the video quality is terrible, as he's probably talking about right now. I'll just mute him completely, shall I? But he has cameras all around the room looking at his hands and filling out the background so that he ends up with just his hands. The quality is all terrible because the cancellation algorithm isn't particularly good, it's literally just like point and click and fill. But it means that it is his hand. He's not looking at a 3D model of his hand, he's looking at his hand. And this is pretty awesome, because it means that he can see his entire body as well. It's not just his hand, you can see his legs, you can see legs down there, and he can stand up, he can walk around, he can see himself. including his clothes and everything he's wearing and the Oculus Rift that's on his head. And I think he can get up and walk around. Yeah, see, he's moving his perspective. He's looking around his own body. He's a 3D optically generated avatar that is his actual live video feed of him. Ooh, County Cupid. Your master's thesis is hand tracking with a Kinect V2. Oh, you can only connect... Can you only connect one V2 to a PC? Because this guy's connecting 3 of the original Kinects, I believe. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, so he did this. And he also... Let me go to his channel. He improved it, I think. His most recent video is this. Virtual globe. So this is him in reality walking around, and then... Oh no, so no, it's not this one. It's... Is it this? I think I'm just watching someone else's videos. There we go, so this is a previous one of him. Which he can, yeah, just walk around, he can tap himself on the shoulder. Counter Cupid has 1 Kinect V1 and 2 Kinect V2. But you can't connect them... Damn, you can't connect more than one of them to a computer at a time. Oh, because if you could have those 3 working together, that would be so cool. Especially seeing as the V2 has a 3D camera. You could do some awesome development. Yeah. But yeah, there's some pretty awesome things on the internet. Seriously, you should just... If you're interested in this stuff, you should go have a look. VR development and all that nonsense is what I want to be doing with my university degree. It's the kind of thing I want to do. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have half an hour left. I think for the last half an hour I'm going to play a bit of Mini Metro. So, I'm going to take that off. But yeah, there's so much to talk about on this topic. I just love it. I love virtual reality. It is my passion for it is where my passion for computer science comes from. Yeah, the Kinect V1 can connect multiple, the Kinect V2 only one. That sucks! That's terrible! Damn. Yeah, because with a stereoscopic camera you can get depth perception off of one camera. So if you have that with 3, 120 degrees apart, I reckon the accuracy would be majorly better. And detecting collisions off of the generated avatar would be so much easier. Yeah. I wonder if there's a workaround. I wonder if there's a way you could connect 3 of them in parallel. I don't know. Personally, I'm more interested in generating avatars using like gloves to control VR style hand tracking. I think tracking full body is just beyond the scope right now, in terms of like accuracy with video cameras like that. I don't know. That's not necessarily true actually. But whatever the case. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching me just mess around with development and things and talking about VR. And I guess I will see you all next time for those of you watching on YouTube, and for those of us on the stream, just hang on, and we will get to Mini Metro shortly. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Alright, so that's all the YouTube.